Hello boys and girls, how are you today? My name is Britannia Coward and we will be talking about growing and maintaining our own vegetable gardens. So what are we going to be learning today? We are going to provide a definition for what vegetables are. We are going to discuss the benefits of growing vegetables. We are going to differentiate between direct seeding and indirect seeding. We're going to create possible solutions for obtaining an appropriate area for planting our vegetables. We are also going to be looking at some different types of vegetables. We will be looking at the benefits from growing vegetables. We have various benefits from growing vegetables, but as we go through, I will be asking you some questions. So what are vegetables? Very good. Yes, I see that you are learning. Our vegetables are all the food that we eat from plant material and we obtain special nutrients from them. Of course, we have different parts of the plant that we would eat. Very good, boys and girls. We are looking at our benefits. So those are some benefits of eating vegetables. Can you identify some vegetables for me? Very good. So you have cabbage, cauliflower, pumpkin, turnip, carrots, which are so bright and beautiful in colors. How about we group our vegetables? We have various groups. We have leafy vegetables, we have fruits vegetables, we have root vegetables. Run to check your refrigerator. What do you see there? Very good. You're seeing potatoes, tomatoes. Excellent. Cucumbers. Very good. So, what about all those other vegetables that you eat on a daily basis? Very good. Those are vegetables too. So, we would want to talk a little bit more about grouping our vegetables. So when we are establishing our vegetable garden, do you know that we need to have an idea what we want to plant? There are some vegetables that can be planted directly from seeds, while there are other vegetables that we would want to plant as seedlings. How do we make that distinction? Here on our table here, we have a variety of vegetable seeds. Are you able to identify any? To my far right, we have hot pepper, sweet pepper. Take a look at the packaging of the sweet pepper. What are you seeing there? There are two different colors, right? It means that peppers come in different shapes, sizes, and colors. Good. So you want to know that if you go to the farm store, you can see the hot pepper in a packaging like this. Sometimes it comes in a can. Also, sweet pepper is packaged similarly. Now, when we are planting these, they can be planted in our seed trays. Now, boys and girls, did you know that after planting, this is what they will look like? So here we have our sweet peppers, the taller ones here, and we have our hot peppers. Take a closer look. Do you see any difference? The leaves for the sweet pepper, they are much larger. And the leaves for the hot pepper, it has a little curl and it is smaller. Now, shortly you are going to tell me which is your favorite. Coming right along, we have some larger seeds. We also plant these seeds directly to the front. We have our melon, and that is our watermelon that you enjoy so much. So we have our pumpkin seeds, bright, beautiful yellow pumpkins. So mommy and daddy cooks pumpkin on a regular basis. Okay, so look at the seeds, look at the shape of the seed, look at the color of the seeds. Over to this side, we have okra. Take a look. So this is a dried okra. So when you purchase it in the market or when you allow it to stay on the plant, it will dry and look exactly like this. Then it will automatically crack open. Here are the seeds. Take a good look at the seeds. That's what they look like. Coming over, we have our string beans. Take a good look at the string beans. Lovely. Now, the string beans seeds have a particular color. Look at the colors. What color is that? It's pink. Very good. Do you know why it is pink? This seed is coated with what we call pesticide. Did you know? What is a pesticide? It is a chemical that is used to protect the seeds from pests. What are pests? Pests are anything that creates annoyance or destroys our seeds. So give me an example of a pest, boys and girls. Yes, ants. Some of those bugs and beetles, yes, they would eat our seeds. So when it is coated with this pink looking color, which we call our pesticide, it stays protected. Moving over, we have our cucumber seeds. Look at the shape and the size of the cucumber seeds. Are they different from the string beans? Of course they are. And look at these small ones. They are so small, I left them in a container. This is a leafy vegetable. Anybody want to make a smart guess as to what it represents? Pak choy. This one is pak choy. It's not kalaloo. No, no, no. This one is pak choy seeds. And we will talk a little bit more about this one in our next lesson. Very good. So we are seeing a variety of seeds. How do we know which one we are going to plant directly in the soil, or we are going to sow in a seed tray? And what do we mean by sow it in a seed tray? It means that we are going to plant it in the seed tray. We'll talk a little bit more about that. It depends on the size and its ability to withstand harsh environmental conditions. Are you listening? Can you just raise your hand if you're hearing me? Very good. Very good. So what have we learned so far? We've learned what vegetables are. We've spoken also about different type of seeds. We have mentioned about, yes, we spoke about direct and indirect seeding. Now look at this plant material. Anybody want to guess what it is? Any one of my boys and girls want to guess what this is? Take a good look. Let me hold another piece. Are you looking? No, it is not cocoa bush. This is potato slips. We call it potato slips, but it's actually the stem of the plant. And you'll see it running all over the place. Yes, it's sweet potato. We have two types of potato now. We have Irish potato and we have sweet potato. This is a direct planting material. So it is not a seed. Anybody realize that? This one is a planting material and is the actual part of the plant. Okay? Very good. Thank you for listening all of that. Now, I want you to do something for me. Can you identify any 3 seeds that I have there? Just mentioned it. Write it in your books. Rush for your books, notebooks, pencils. Do you remember notebooks and pencils? Very good. Okay, very good. Anybody looking? Look at the seeds. Can you identify any? So look at these bright and pretty ones here. Different shapes and sizes. You are a bright child. Very good. So these are string beans quickly. Cucumbers. We have our pak choy seeds, the very small ones. Okra. Pumpkin. What is this? Very good. Melons. No, this one is the hot pepper and then sweet pepper. Very good. So now that we have an idea as to the different sizes of seeds and an understanding of direct and indirect seeding, we want to talk a little bit more now about indirect seeding. Do you remember what that is? Quickly tell me now. Very good. Indirect seeding relates to planting the seed or the plant material into the growing medium. What do I mean by growing medium? Yes, the soil. No, we don't call it dirt in agriculture. No, we use the term soil. You want to spell it for me? Very good. S-O-I-L. Very good. So, we want to talk about indirect seeding. Now, I have some materials here. Before we go any further, we have some lovely materials here that are going to be useful in planting all our crops in our vegetable garden. And we'll look at them carefully. So first and foremost, do you know what this is? This is very familiar to you boys and girls. Yes, it is an egg tray. You are wondering if I'm going to cook? No, we're going to be utilizing this material. So we are recycling. Very good. What is this one? It is also an egg tray, but this one is made from styrofoam material. So we're also recycling, boys and girls. So mommy and daddy won't be using a lot of money for you to start your vegetable garden. Look at these beautiful tools. What does this look like? It looks like a spoon, don't it? So this is what we call a spade, and it's a hand spade because it is small and relatively easy to use with our hands. So we have the larger ones that we use in the field, but when we're doing transplanting, this one is ideal and it is easily maneuvered or handled. Very good. And here we have, what does this one look like to you? Right, it looks like a fork. So this one is a hand fork. Look carefully. Very good. Moving over. What is this one? What does it look like? And it opens and closes. And this is similar to, anybody knows the name of this one? Alright, so this is called a secateur. That's a new word, I know. So it's S-E-C-A-C-E-U-R. Again, S-E-C-A-C-E-U-R. C-A-T-E-U-R, a cicature. Some persons call it a roll cut, but the appropriate name is a cicature. Okay? And we'll talk about what we use them to do a little after this. What is this one? A very familiar one to you, I'm sure. Yes, this is called a machete or a cutlass. You're familiar with this one. And as you can see, I have some soil on it. It means that I am using it. And you will also use it shortly. Very good. Take a look at this. It looks, wow, look at it. So this is a handheld sprayer, right? So we would pull up and pump. And when we do that, the liquid on the inside comes out, okay? So we use it to apply pesticide to our crops, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. What is this? Yes, it's a protective gear. Do you know what it is? It's a boot. What kind of boot? It's a water boot. Very good. And it is used for what? Very good. When you're out in your garden, it protects your feet. But I'm sure you may not have this. So what else could you wear? Something that covers your feet properly and that protects you. Very good, boys and girls. So what is this one? This is a much larger tool. Look at it carefully. This is a hoe. That's H-O-E, hoe. And we'll talk about how we use this later. Can we have a look at this one too? Tell me what it looks like again. Yes, it looks like a fork. So what would you call it? Very good. It's a fork, but it's also a garden fork. So this one is what again? So this is a hand fork, and this one is a garden fork. So we will be using this in our next lesson. Very good. And over here we have something looking lovely. Look at the container. It's very small, and we'll be looking at a larger one soon. But what are these things on the inside? I said something about it earlier. Anybody remember? So these are our seedlings. After we plant our seeds, this is what it grows into after germination. What is germination? We'll talk about it shortly. So now that so this is a seedling tray. A seedling tray. All right, so we'll talk about it shortly. Now, I would like us to start preparing our seedling tray for sowing seeds. But we'll talk about that in our next lesson. Any questions? How are you going to start your garden? We are going to talk about that too. So boys and girls, let us recap to see what we have learned so far. We've looked at our vegetables. What are vegetables? We spoke about the different common vegetables that we eat on a daily basis. We look at our leafy vegetables. Pak choy, cabbage, lettuce. Very good. So what about our fruit vegetables? Tomatoes. Very good. What about roots? Give me an example of a root vegetable. Yes, we spoke about potatoes. Turnip. Any other? Very good. What else did we talk about? We looked on the different seeds. We looked on the size, shapes, colors of seeds. We identified our different seeds. So we have pumpkin, we have cucumber here, string beans, and more. We also spoke about some important tools that were used. So we have hand fork, we have a hand spade. Anything else? Very good. We have our garden fork. We have our sprayer or spray bottle, which is a handheld spray. Machete, our secateur or secateur. So what are some things that you could use if you don't have these tools at home? So we could use a scissors in place of this one. Or if you have a knife that is not too sharp, that may cause harm. Very good. Or your spray bottle. Okay, boys and girls. So we have completed recapping. So what are some substitutes that you can use for us in our next lesson? So instead of seed trays, we can use our egg trays. Very good. Instead of our roll cuts, we can use scissors or knife. We can use spray bottles instead of our handheld sprayer. Of course, and we can think about some other things that we can use from our homes instead of going and buying something. So that's all for today. See you next time. Have a great day.